Apprentices and Acolytes, Star Wars Hunters gameplay was just released, and I'm gonna let you know whether you should hate it or be excited about it. Let's go. Ready up.
Ready up. My destiny.
So this is going to be just like my other trailer for the Star Wars teaser trailer of the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. I'm going to go in frame by frame, and judging from my video game skills that I accumulated over the years, I'm going to let you know what you should be excited about, what I feel like is going to be awesome, what games you could play to maybe get the same experience, and we're just going to go in nitty gritty and get all the frames and all the data. Let's go. So right off the bat, I've been actually really excited for Star Wars Hunters. I know a lot of people are not really big in the mobile genre, but this is also coming out on the Switch. I play a lot of Pokemon. I really enjoy a Pokemon series, so I always have to have my Switch. So first things off, it looks like this is going to be very similar to Overwatch. If you have not played Overwatch, basically it's around the same template. You have all these characters, a team of 5 or a team of 6. I think this is 4v4 combat. We're gonna have a lot of characters, more characters than I had imagined. I believe they've already stated that they're going to release more characters in the future, but let's just go on and check what all these characters have to offer. I'm not sure how many maps there are going to be in this game. I'm hoping for at least 3 or 4. Okay, there looks like there's multiple maps. We have one snow one, one that looks kind of like Tatooine, a Moist Isley, then Snow, the AT-AT. Then we have one that looks like it's on Endor. So that's cool. So that's about 3 maps right there, right? Now, looks like we get into our first character, who's called Slingshot, and he's so funny looking because he's an Ugnaught and a Droideka droid, so that's pretty sick. Ugnaughts, of course, in lore, they're really big on engineering. They're so good tech savvy. Okay, so that's our first ability right there. He's rolling through here. This seems very similar to like Han Solo's Battlefront move, where he's able to like run people over. I'm gonna try to find a clip of that. And he's just knocking people out of the way super far. And you can see, judging by the gameplay, they actually get put into a hit stun. So this is gonna be very like team coordinated. So what happens is, when you see a lot of time in these games, people end up using their abilities one after the other. So he's gonna do this, and then you're gonna like focus fire on some person. This person like right here who's completely like just stunned. I'm not sure if they can do anything. We're gonna have to see like in game whether or not like you can actually shoot or move or evade. But it looks like they're still able to shoot. But then they go into this animation where they're kind of pushed all the way back. And that's actually pretty sick. So there's a lot of hit stun on this ability right after that. That's probably one of his main abilities, if not his ultimate. And then you see there seems to be like a radar here, almost like an area of effect where this move is going to hurt people. Usually if you're outside that projected area, that's where you're safe. So you see there's 2 circles. There's one right in the middle of him, right where that Droideka is and the Ugnaught is, where Slingshot is. And then there's an outer circle, which is basically, this is the maximum amount of space that you want to be in and get people in so you can do damage to them. Everyone else outside of that is not going to be affected by this. Oh, he's like, oh, okay, yeah. So he's like floating in the air. That's pretty crazy. He's literally like floating. Look at him. Yeah, that's pretty sick. He looks pretty fun. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy him. Oh, it looks like he did some weird ability with the Wookiee. Did he pick him up? Let's see if he picked him up. Yes, he did. He picked him up. All right, so that's actually really similar to if you played Pokemon Go. Charizard has, sorry, not Pokemon Go, Pokemon Ultimate. Very similar to Pokemon Unite, where Charizard actually is able to pick people up with his Ultimate, and I think it's Seismic Toss. So you're doing something similar where you're able to hover over opponent and get someone in that proximity. That's pretty cool. Man, there's going to be a lot of really crazy team attacks together that you're going to ultimately combine and take someone out. So this guy is Grozz. I think his name is Grozz. It's going to be your big basic Wookiee. I'm assuming he's just going to be a tank with his, yeah, look at that. He's just taking it, dude. He just doesn't care. He's getting hit by his saber and he's not getting impaled or anything. Look at this man. He's a beast. He also has some type of charge ability, and he's throwing boulders. He also has range. What the heck? Now, all right, so he's actually, if you look at him, he's actually like overlaid in green. I don't know if this is like some type of healing ability. Maybe this is a buff or something. So I'm assuming this is someone who is healing him. And it looks like there is right here in this area. And then the person next to him, who I'm assuming is on his team, is also being healed. So this might be an area of effect move or someone else's ability that's on his team that's also helping him out. But he looks pretty cool. Lots of damage, double attack, very standard for your like tanking characters. So we'll see how he goes. And now we have the J3DI, who is the Jedi but the cyborg, right? The droid. And he looks pretty fun because he's able to pull people like, get over here, like he's totally scorpioning in, right? And that's cool too. So you're gonna see again what I like to call a tumble state, because I play a lot of Smash Brothers. I actually was one of the better players in the world at one time, and this is where some of my knowledge comes from. Here is, you can see him kind of like retract and pull over this character, my character that I want to main, Raeve, and you see her get into this tumble state where the animation, she's like kind of stuck, very similar to what we saw earlier in the trailer with Slingshot putting people in the air. That's a stun. You're not going to be able to move. And this is like 3 seconds of complete stun where he is. I think he's going to be a top tier character. I think he's actually going to be really solid, because not only is she in stun when she's being pulled to him, she's also in stun right there when she ends up being held right next to him. That's also so many seconds where he's able to attack. He's allowed to get one attack. Yeah, that's a lot of frames that you're not active as a player, not able to do anything. But it looks like he can deflect projectiles, which is pretty cool. That might be one of his abilities. And then he has this spin top thing that looks so silly, but it has a lot of range. So what I like to call this is kind of like a hitbox, right? But it's not a fighting game, so I don't really think that you can call it a hitbox. And you're going to see where the blue line is. I'm gonna try and edit that as best as I can. So you see the blue line, basically where the saber is, that's the range. So if you're outside of that, you're not gonna be getting hit by this. But if you're inside, just like Slingshot is, you're gonna be getting the hands, son. He looks pretty good. I actually think he's the best character so far, but we'll see the rest of these guys. Utooni, which is hilarious, which is just 2 Jawas on top of each other, like they're not tall enough to ride a ride. It's so funny. So yeah, it looks like he's got some like electric move that also looks like it is a damage over time thing, because it also slows them. You see how slow that he's moving? Yeah, he's moving really slow actually. So it looks like it might be able to slow. Oh, he's got explosives. It does have a time, so it doesn't actually explode on impact. It looks like it actually takes a couple seconds or maybe like a millisecond to finally yeah, explode. Oh, and it looks like it brings them in toward each other. So very Overwatch. I can't remember what that character's name is, but she also has one of those abilities that does that too. So it's very Overwatch. So I think if you want to get a lot of experience before this game comes out, definitely play Overwatch. It seems like a very similar template of competitiveness. I think this is going to be their ultimate. Yeah, they both kind of get into one little, what is that? Is that a droid? Is that a astromech? Yeah, it looks like an old astromech that they just kind of fortified into this huge ray gun that's able to shoot long range. All right, so let's go into Raeve now. I'm very excited for Raeve. Raeve is the character that I've been wanting to. I'm all about the Sith. I love dark side characters, or just characters that are edgy, because, you know, I'm like that. But we also got the same thing. Look at that there. Yeah, look, it's all over. Yeah, let's go Sith. All right, already, here we go. So Raeve, let's check out Raeve. Let's see how good Raeve is. Okay, so we instantly have a huge lunging attack. This is very similar to Star Wars: The Old Republic's tank Sith warrior class. I love being aggressive, so if you want to aggro in there and jump and just go, this is going to be the character class that everyone's going to want to play, probably because it's a Sith, and a lot of people are just going to use that ability and get attacked by everyone around them. So if you want to, like if you really want people to carry you and you're going to be that random that just does what it wants, this is the class for you so far. Oh, it looks like there's some type of effect at the bottom. There's an area effect after she's able to make contact with the ground, and it looks like there's an animation. I'm not sure if it pushes people away, because Slingshot didn't go away, but it might put people in stun, or just might be just a really cool animation. Here she is doing some type of combo. I think that's going to be her basic attacks, and then she has this really crazy attack where it's very like tank. Like if you ever played a tank before in any type of MMO or just competitive, where a lot of people, you know, they play that tank class that is able to just take so much, very similar to the Wookiee. She aggro's in everybody so close to her, which is kind of, I think, benefits her moveset a lot. But I'm not necessarily sure she's going to be a damage dealer. It doesn't look like she could really take people on instantly like a glass cannon, right? It looks like she's going to be more of a tank and support, or taking characters and heat off of everybody else, which is why she's able to just kind of bring all 3 of them in, and that's a huge amount of range, and she's going to be very big in coordination with teams. So if you're going to be squatting up, this character I think is going to have a very high level of skill to kind of master. All right, now we have the smuggler class. This is Zaina. think her name is Zaina. And she has these prosthetic legs where she's able to jump and maneuver. She has ranged grenades, which is pretty sick. She's able to evade, which is a really awesome ability just to get in and out of there. Movement is going to be always big in these games. Placement, spacing, where you want to be. This is a character, if you love those long-range characters, if you love someone that's able to really support and also put on aggressiveness with damage to mid to long range, this is going to be your character. Yeah, I mean, that's so much range, I feel like, for a character. And in this game, where the two of them that we've seen so far have been three of them that we've seen so far have been melee characters. That's quite a range to be shot at from. Okay, so this is the support. This looks like her ultimate. She's the one that heals. Previously in this video, you saw the Wookiee getting healed, and that's because this character was able to. So this character is definitely going to want to partner up with Rain or Raze, I can't remember the Sith girl's name, and the tanks. This is going to be a very good character. This is the character that's probably going to be on every single team so far. Now it looks like we have a bounty hunter-esque, and his name is Imara Vex. Just call him Vex. Vex also has a lot of range. Oh, look at that headshot. I think that's like specifically headshot damage. I don't know if they're aiming like on purpose there, purposely, but those are 3 straight headshots right to the head. Oh my God, and he's able to Halo Infinite grapple pool. Okay, let's go. He's going all over the place. Yeah, a lot of trajectory, a lot of movement for this character. Okay, so this is really big. So you notice how he has an animation here where he goes into his ultimate. He's not allowed to move. There's nothing that he can do in this frame except literally shoot. So he's very vulnerable here. It doesn't look like he can move at all. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen a character die yet or lose so much health that they have to spawn. So I wonder if this ultimate is just doesn't do so much damage. But if it does, it seems like high risk, high reward, because he cannot move, and you can tell just from this animation where he's literally closed and locked into this animation. All right, so let's go into the next character, Sentinel, who was really cool. He's the Imperial Remnant, right? And he's got this huge turret that we've seen all over the place, and he's able to, whoa, he's able to use a boldly, and he's able to just swatting people. Yeet! Look at this, look how far this person goes. Oh yeah, and they're so far away, and that's going to be really cool. A lot of characters, a lot of video games, they do this, and then there's areas inside the map where you can throw this person off, and they die instantly because they fall to their death. That's going to be a really huge thing in this game. It looks like just to move people away, move healers away, like Smuggler that we saw earlier in the trailer as well. This is going to be a really big character that there's going to be a lot of control. There's going to be a lot of CCs, right? That's what we call crowd control. There's a lot of crowd control in these video games, and he's one of them too. And it seems like a lot of these range characters are going to be high tier, which is kind of sad because a lot of these games are defined by range, and when that is kind of scary because it can instantly make a lot of the melee-esque characters obsolete. So we'll see how this really goes. But the one thing you always have to worry about in this game is pay transactions. What exactly they're going to be charging for. Are they going to be charging for like EXP bonus? I don't really think there should be EXP bonuses in this game. Are you going to have to unlock the characters, skins, which is something that's so consistent in a lot of these video games. How much of that is there going to be? What exactly is going to happen with, like, is this going to be a battle pass? And what other characters are they going to release in the future? Either way, this game is fun, and you should be fun. You should be excited. You should want to play it, and go out and support this game too, because usually when games like this are successful, they're going to want to make a console port. They're going to want to bring it to PC. I'm already excited. I want to play this game now. I hope we get a release date soon. Star Wars Hunters, you should be excited for. Let's go. That's going to be it for today. I appreciate you all. I hope I'll see you around next time. Let's get it. Deuces, fam.